the other states that have not announced an increase, a further increase, do they have any excuse for you? Do they have any excuse not to increase it beyond? Lagos is paying 85, for example, beyond the 70. Some other states are still struggling to pay 70. NLC said some states only added 5,000 naira to the previous one. So does any state right now have any excuse not to pay more than the minimum wage?
Well, why we are not directly involved in the core, the real dynamics of the state. What are the socioeconomic challenges that they have? But it is important to also state that the workers, either in the public and private sector, they are very key drivers of the economy of any state, and a very key driver of even the private sector. And whatever will improve productivity, will increase motivation, especially within the context of the reforms that we are currently ongoing. Whatever will reduce their pain so that they can focus on the issue of productivity. If you are hungry, or if you are not really composed, you are hungry, you have issues with shelter, you have issues with transport, hardly will be productive at work. So it's in the best interest of those state governments that they see the civil service as the engine that drives that system. So if you see it from that perspective, you realize then it becomes important for you to address the issues that concerns that engine. And that's the perception of the private sector. Because the workers in the private sector, they are quite critical to productivity, critical to growth of the private sector. And that is the perception we have, that workers are important. Then let's treat them, as the ILO said, that workers are not, they are not commodity, employees are not commodity. So treat them in such a way that they can focus within the context of productivity. We cannot take away motivation and compensation from productivity. I think the goal, there must be a nexus between both of them so that we can achieve the balance that we want. So no state really have no excuse in the context of the current realities to stay at that 70,000, especially with people struggling with the price of petrol is still up, where many states are still doing a lot with the CNG buses. We think more still needs to be done. A lot still needs to be done with the context of food security and shelter. Once you deal with that, the conversation will not really be about minimum wage, because the 70 naira, the 70,000, the quantum of that 70,000, we'll be able to buy enough for an average household, so that it's not about the quantum, it's about what exactly the 70,000 can buy.